Well, it's 4:30. That happened rather quickly. I've been watching the clock for the last couple of hours going, oh, it'll be 4:30 sometime this afternoon, and I'm looking forward to catching everybody up with all the sports results of the weekend. And then all of a sudden it's 4:30 and I haven't finished the things that I wanted to be doing. Anyone else prefer completing tasks? I love completing tasks. There is nothing better. Oh, let me show you this. I'm getting excited about this. So I'm just going to move all the paper out of the way. Tasks being completed. Oops. See all the things being crossed off. There's only one thing down the bottom, and I had to go and ask for help. And sometimes having to ask for help and I just want the task completed and I have to wait for somebody to be available to help me drives me nuts. Yes, I am a task completion kind of girl. Well, sort of. I like getting tasks completed, but I don't necessarily like getting projects completed. So I'm trying to work that out about myself right now. But before we go any further, I think you should read my mug, because this has been me again today. I have been working on the content for the Success Mindset Masterclass, and I'm going over it and over it and over it because I want the event to be awesome. I want the people who are coming to feel like they've got really good value for money. So of course I'm doing that whole thing where nothing I do is good enough, because there's always several different ways we can present the same information. And I know that once I'm in the room, it's going to be amazing and people are going to get incredible value. I'm just trying to do too many things at once, and my perfectionist is coming out, and probably my comparison-itis person is coming out to play. So we just need to take a big deep breath. I've got this week to get it completed. Otherwise, poor Sophie will be having heart palpitations and she won't like me very much because there's a bit of work to be done on tidying up my slides. But funnily enough, I am working through the content for day one, which is all about getting to know yourself and making sure we understand ourselves. So I'm reading through my own personality profile, and I'm reading through the limitations to my personality profile and the way I react under pressure. And you know what? I'm just a giant big ball of textbook accurate right now. Hey, Jill Johnson Young, how are you today? Oh, that was a lot of words. Okay, so before we go too much further, yes, I did get out in the garden on the weekend, and we've got a new garden bed being redesigned, which is pretty cool. My seedlings are starting to take off, which is great. We've got flowers on both tomato plants. And we are eating fresh spinach out of the garden, which is not silver beet. Spinach and silver beet are not the same thing. Silver beet is evil. We don't eat that. Spinach is lovely. Oh, Sophie's laughing at me. It is, Sophie. It's right up there with beetroot. You love silver beet? Ooh, no. Anywho, there we go. Something we learned about Sophie. But the sports results, these are really, really important. So Friday night's NRL game was really exciting. Saturday's AFL results were appalling for Greater Western Sydney supporters. We got absolutely thrashed, but the NRL semi-final on Saturday night was pretty exciting, although I did fall asleep and missed the second half because I was tired. But what was really cool on Saturday was watching the Rugby World Cup, so yet another code of football, and watching Ireland play Japan and watching how Japan defeated Ireland. That was just really cool watching that game. And then last night, Australia, we played. That was cool. I'm sure we won. Why can't I remember that score? But anyway, the really important thing to remember right now is the Glenbrook Blaxland 6th grade cricket team won their first game of the season. Everyone congratulate John Drury on his win for the weekend. Jill, you have tomatoes in your garden. Don't they taste better when they come out of your own garden rather than come out of the supermarket? And Jill, thank you that you're excited to see me soon. I'm excited to be there soon. In less than 2 weeks now, or somewhere around 2 weeks, because this time in 2 weeks' time, I'll be in the air doing weird things with time zone changes. Whew. Oh goodness me. So this week for me is all about getting my content and my operations and myself organized for when I'm in the US. So there's blog posts to write while I'm away. There's instructions to have had while I'm away. There's packing to be done. Good thing I've already checked to make sure that my visa is okay, because I need a visa to get into the US. Or a visa waiver. Anyway, there's a piece of paper, I have to pay money, and I'll make sure I've got the right stamp on my passport. So it's not going to be useful for me this week if I want to tie myself up in knots and want to be perfectionistic about things. So the types of things that I can be doing to support myself is keep to time frames. Make sure that I'm not avoiding, because I get really good when I am starting to feel out of control or like I don't know what I'm doing or something's too hard, is I'll avoid, and I will start moving into behaviors or doing tasks that are non-essential tasks, like creating really fancy images in Canva. That would be a really good use of my knowledge and skills. Not it is making sure that I get the content out, and then other people who are more skilled at design and spell check actually do those tasks for me. It's about making sure that I knock off all the essential tasks before I want to go and do the play things. So I've got some really strict disciplines that I will be putting on myself this week to make sure that I can execute and make sure that I can actually do the things that need to be done this week. Grant Herbert, you are on this call and you are one of the masters of social and emotional intelligence, and you're probably just sitting there going right now going tick, 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 tick. So I hope I'm being accurate in talking about my task orientation. And welcome back to the country, by the way. It must be nice to be home. Okay, so what is on the agenda for you this week? What are the important things that must be done that you don't want to get to Friday and feel less than, or like disappointed in yourself, or like you've missed the mark? What are those big things that you need to get done? And what are the things that could interrupt or get in the way? Now, I'm not talking about, things like a spouse becoming ill. There are things beyond our control. But there are also a lot of things in our control that once we understand how we operate and how we are more naturally wired, we can actually put things in place so that we don't actually fall victim to those self-sabotaging behaviors that we've got going on. So permission, if you see me jumping all around Facebook when you know I should be working, make sure you let me know that you've got your eye on me so that I can get back and make sure that all my presentations are done for the Success Mindset Masterclass. So I think that is a pretty good wrap for this Monday afternoon. I am going to go and finish off a presentation because that's what I said I was going to do today. So until tomorrow, go be your awesome self.